The meaning of between ignorance and enlightenment is actually reflected in our everyday life, where there are inevitably many situations involving both ignorance and enlightenment. Sometimes those directly affected are deluded, while those around them may see through the situation very clearly. In reality, ignorance and enlightenment lie in just a simple thought. A simple thought of ignorance may cause sorrow and pain, while the inspiration of enlightenment can bring out the sun of wisdom. Life is like the tide, rising and falling with its constant pluses and minuses. This reflects the Buddhist concept of impermanence or constant change. Some changes, the Master says, are for the better, so they are easy to accept. But even changes for the worse, the minuses, have their own place. Life's setbacks can improve our characters. And when we experience them, we can learn to realize that minuses prepare the way for better things. Without destruction, there is no construction, the Master writes. And we do not get a plus where there is no minus.
Sickness and suffering go hand in hand. Now, sickness can be painful and sometimes even torturous. Sickness is an experience we would rather not have. However, as human beings, we all will get sick. As we go through the stages of birth, aging and death, sickness, unfortunately, is an inevitable part of life. The Buddha once said, a monastic learning the Dharma should suffer some sickness in order to realize the need to cultivate the Bodhi mind. The healthy sometimes do not appreciate the suffering of sickness. Now, getting sick is the way to alert us and provide the vital experience. Getting sick gives us the opportunity to realize that the physical body is a source of suffering. Through illness, we understand the impermanence of life. We will then know how important it is to take the initiative to cultivate our minds. Although medication is essential for one to recover from illness, sickness itself is life's best medicine. When we do get sick, there is nothing to be afraid of. Rather, we should embrace sickness. When we are sick, we go to a doctor. But in reality, we ourselves are the best doctors. And indeed, we should be our own doctors and the first to know what kind of sickness do we have. However, the physical body is complicated in its structure. And we sometimes require the help of diagnosis and test to find out the exact cause of illness. In handling illness, Buddhism helps the sick to progress from relieving the body of suffering to relieving the mind. But that also depends on your faith and willpower. Since the mind can overcome anything, the most effective medicine for sickness is mental power and furthermore physical therapy, time, diet, exercise, and cultivation can also cure sickness. Most people look at sickness as a form of torture and hindrance. So when the torment of sickness is upon us, the question is, how do you overcome it? My reply is we should not be fearful, but instead have faith in ourselves. Sickness is not confined to the physical body. Sometimes the mind also gets sick. Suspicion, delusion, attachment, and illusion are all causes of sickness. Now, when the physical body does get sick, we should not rush to cure it with medication. More importantly, listen to the quacks or be convinced to take special potions. When you are sick and outside care is necessary, then only you should consult a real physician for treatment. Other than taking what the doctor prescribes, we should also have confidence in ourselves. If we can become our best doctor and be our own medicine, then we need not fear any sickness.
Sit back, relax, breathe, reflect. May the Buddha guide you well.